Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report. Carter here, joined with Nate, joined by Nate. There we go. That's proper grammar. I was trying to say something a little bit different because I don't want to sound like a broken record, but then I think I end up just like, slamming words together that are in English, but not like in the right order,
Yeah, that's fair. You do a great job every time, though.
Ah, thanks. I mean, I would hope so.
It's my favorite thing to listen to. It's okay. We got at the start of a show.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hope I'm good at this. We've done it like 170 times. So.
Yeah, this is episode 170 for us. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few that I missed, obviously, and like you have taken over a few times. So we'll say at least 160. Like, I would hope I can.
Wait, more than that, honestly, I think like both of us combined have maybe missed 5 shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it hasn't been many, obviously.
Yeah, but you kind of started as like the host guy, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I guess, but that wasn't even for. I don't even think that was 5 episodes.
Yeah, maybe not. Like it'd be 5 at most.
I think we swapped it pretty early.
Yeah. Thank fuck.
And it worked out for the better. Yeah. It worked out for the better. Absolutely.
Well, how's your week been so far?
It's been all right. Little sore today. I did just come from the gym, showered, hopped on here with you. Looking to be the most swole podcaster out there. Fuck Joe Rogan. But yeah,
you can have that. That's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, besides that though, just been doing podcast stuff. Honestly, that's taking up it's like a lot of my time this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I did a hit last night on Flames Unfiltered. We recorded a spare episode yesterday, and I think I figured out that it was like within like Sunday to Sunday would be, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd be doing 6 episodes of shows.
Oh damn,
in a
that's
week.
almost full time.
So, yeah, which is like, it's definitely more than I normally do. And I mean, like each show, say, could vary between like an hour to an hour and a half, right? Like it's not really a whole lot of work, but it does kind of it does take it out of you a little bit, actually, to do this constantly. So props to like the like the broadcasters who are on for like a few hours at a time and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, and like every day too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just it's mentally tiring at times, but but I'm enjoying obviously what I'm talking about this week. So yeah, a lot of Ducks talk, and I'll be doing some Flame stuff as well. So I'll be appearing on another Flame show later this week. Wink, wink. But just to give some love to both my teams,
Yeah, exactly.
So, but it's been all right otherwise. So, how about you?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's been all right here as well. It definitely does feel like a lot more podcast stuff.
Yeah,
but not as much as you, anyways. But yeah, it's been good. Just been sleeping in with the holiday. I guess holiday break. I mean,
yeah, holiday
we've
break.
Been off school for a couple weeks, anyways. With faculty situation that we don't have to get into. But
yeah, my sleep schedule is so fucked again. Like,
I know
it's like going to bed at 2 to wake up at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, then go to the gym, and like I'm having my first meal finally by like 2:30, 3 o'clock. And I'm just like, oh man, yeah, this is not right.
Yeah, it's kind of been the same for me as well. And then there was one day like earlier this weekend, and I was just like up playing video games, and I looked at the clock and it was 2, and I was like, I should go to bed soon. I looked at the clock again, it was 6:30. And I was like,
Jesus.
Oh, holy fuck. So I've got it back more.
Okay, I haven't got that bad at least. I've gotten like 3:30 and I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed.
Yeah. I've gotten it back to like kind of where you are now, like the 2 to 10, 11 kind of range.
Yeah.
But like, holy shit, that was a rough day. It's been a long time since I've had a sleep schedule like that, but
yeah, that's fair.
Oh man, I'm not 14 anymore. I can't live like that.
See, I at least get like the 7 to 8 hours in there. So because right now it is just like podcasts and go to the gym. That's kind of my responsibilities, and like just trying to find summer jobs. That's pretty much my days right now. So but so I can at least like handle that. But yeah, I definitely will have to get it back on track soon here. So, or hopefully soon at least, again, with the school situation that we have.
Yeah, exactly. As like on track as you want it to be anyways.
Yeah.
Like I know some people like getting up at like 6 o'clock and just like starting their day early, but
No.
if I had a job that was like, well, we'll just say like you just had to put the hours in. It didn't matter when you did it. You just had to put, 40 hours in a week. If I had a job like that and that was my only responsibility, I would not choose the get up at 6 a.m. life.
No.
I enjoy just that feeling of sleeping in a little bit, even if it's like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if I start my day at 9 o'clock, I'm happy. Like
Yeah.
I don't care to like, listen to the birds sing and like smell the fresh morning dew or whatever the fuck people do before. Like nothing's even open. Like the grocery store doesn't even open till 7. What do you do when you get up that early?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like watch the sunrise? I don't know. Like wait outside for the paper boy? Like I literally don't know.
Don't throw it on my lawn, just throw it at me.
Yeah.
Go out and like water it, fertilize, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Water the newspaper?
Water the newspaper, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Water the newspaper. Yeah.
Fertilize the newspaper. Yep.
Yeah. Cut the newspaper.
But read the grass.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something. I was trying to think of something you could do like to the grass, and my mind was like fertilize the grass, cut the grass, smell the grass. And I was like, I don't know. Anyways, we actually have a Ducks win to talk about, so I'm actually kind of excited to get into the Ducks talk today. Whereas the last few episodes, it's been like, oh my fuck, can we have something else to talk about besides a devastating loss?
Like the last episode was like, okay, we got to mix the two. It's like we got to win, but there's some like not great things about it, and then we had like an absolute just doozy of a game, and it's like, okay, but yeah, we just got to win in this game. So or this episode.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get into it here. So 4-3 Ducks win in the shootout over the San Jose Sharks. That was on Tuesday. Oh, I should start off by saying as well, if you haven't figured it out by now, we are not recording this episode live. We got some things going on in the evening. So if you're watching the live premiere, I guess it's not actually live, but we
are recording this just like a couple hours before on Wednesday. So
yeah. So just thought I would throw that out there.
Yeah.
As well. So that this isn't actually live, but I
kind of forgot this wasn't live, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too. Right. Cause it's still like a Wednesday. It's like, everything else is the same, I guess.
Yeah. It was still all right. I'm going to pound some food into my mouth and then I got to hop on quick. So it felt normal.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, 4-3 Ducks win in the shootout over the San Jose Sharks. That was on Tuesday night. I mean, like we said, it's a win, so we're not mad about that. 2 points. Yeah, it sucks giving up a point to a division rival, but I'm honestly not too concerned about the Sharks at this point. So
yeah,
I don't think they're making the playoffs, so they can have as many single points as they can get. I don't know. And then if both of us end up not making the playoffs, like having them have those extra points would be good. Maybe they end up ahead of us. We get a higher pick,
Yeah.
Win-win.
Yeah. Taking a look here, it's about 3:20 Pacific time. Anaheim is currently just outside the playoff picture, 53 games played, a 25-19-9 record for 59 points. The San Jose Sharks have played 50 games, so they got 3 games in hand. 22-22-6 for 50 points on the season. So
okay, so they're actually not too far out.
No, really, it's points percentage. We're at 55.7 and they're just at 500 flat.
Okay, so. Yeah. Like I doubt they're going to make the playoffs. Like it's still possible, obviously, but unless they go on like a big 10-game win streak or something, I don't see them entering the playoff race.
Yeah, even like we have a better chance, but we both still have to go through the Kings, who are 50 games in and 59 points, the same amount of points as us. So
yeah, we're actually tied with Edmonton and LA in points, aren't we?
Yes, that is correct.
It's just the games played that are different, right?
Yeah, it's the games played, so point percentage for that. Yeah, both those two teams are at 590. So we got some work to do here.
A little bit, yeah. Got to scrape together a few wins, and this is one of those games I think that there's a lot of bad things I think we could say about it, but at the end of the day, it's like we won a game that maybe we shouldn't have, and that's really what matters for getting into the playoffs, is winning those games that you shouldn't. And yeah, like honestly, it sucks to say, but there's no reason, at least that I can find, that we should have won this game, but we did.
No, yeah, this was not a great game by the team as a whole. Money Puck here has their deserve to win-o-meter at 61.4% of the time San Jose's winning this game. Not
Yeah, it makes
exactly
makes
what you want to see. There's a lot of scoring chances for them, like right around the crease. I'll throw it out there, though. Stalock, or not Stalock, sorry, Stellaris. Why do I keep getting those two mixed up?
I have no idea.
I have no clue why either. Stellaris, though, was just solid. He was exactly what we needed him to be for that game as well. His expected
didn't he face like 40 shots or something?
Was 43, I believe. I'm just pulling.
Oh, so 40 saves.
Here. Yeah. Yeah, final shots were 43 to 29 in favor of the Sharks. Yeah, Stellaris with a expected goals against of 3.359 and actual goals is 3. So he had a 0.36 goal save above expected. Basically, he played a solid game. So
yeah,
exactly
what we needed him to. Yeah,
that's what you. Those are the types of numbers that you want to see. Not Gibson over the last few games being like negative 2.5, 2.6 goals expected. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to be seeing that. So we got a few days off here though. Trying not to skip too much ahead. We got a couple days off here though before we play LA on Friday. Mm-hmm. So hopefully Gibson can really have this bit of an actual break. And be back to the John Gibson that we know and love, because we kind of need him right now. Otherwise, I don't know why you wouldn't take a closer look at Stellaris for a few more games.
Yeah, right. Like I think 100% Gibson gets that game on Friday against the Kings, because really this was, well, when was our game before? Sunday, right? Yeah. So that's 5 days off. That's his All-Star break.
That's his All-Star break, yeah.
So, and because he obviously didn't get that, and I think that, well, although there was the All-Star break and then there was Seattle, like it was 5 or 6 days later. So I guess there was kind of that, but I don't really know. Either way, I think the break is going to be helpful for Gibson, just to kind of reset from everything, because obviously something was going on over the last few games. It just wasn't good. So,
yeah, hoping for a bounce back. So
yeah, exactly. With giving up 43 shots, like, and only getting 29, that's obviously not really what you want to see. It's not like we got horribly outscored. Like letting in 3 goals, like that's not an issue.
No,
even like for a team, we'll say like the Sharks, like they still have a lot of offensive firepower, even though they're not a great team. So 3 goals is nothing to be concerned about. But like the amount of chances I think we gave up was kind of concerning to me. I don't know if you have more stats on like the actual chances, but
yeah, let's take a look here.
Yeah, just because I think our defense, it wasn't as good as it maybe should have been, and maybe that's been more of an issue over the last few games than we thought it was, and maybe it has to do with why Gibson's numbers don't look quite as good as just the defense as a whole.
Yeah, here I'll share this here with everybody.
Yeah, sure.
It's got kind of the chances map here from moneypuck.com here. Let's see if we can zoom in just a little bit more. Oh, look at that. That's
Beautiful.
better. That's better.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, you can just kind of see here that like the Sharks had a lot going on right in front of the crease here. You had this 1 goal here. Oh God, trying to go a little higher so you can actually read it here. I believe this is the Burns goal, though, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my.
Yes, yeah, it would be.
This is the only thing I don't like about it. Yeah, it's like a 1.3% chance of scoring, but that was honestly just a good zone entry by the Sharks there. That goal,
just a quick shot on
that goal. I honestly I wasn't upset at it, besides the fact that we got scored against, right?
Yeah.
The other 2 though were defensive collapses that were putting 2 guys on 1 and leaving, say like for the first goal, we're leaving Logan Couture wide open, right? While 2 guys are trying to block a shot, block a pass, right? Like that's just bad coverage here. And you got this big chance here, which I believe, this is that Couture goal.
Yeah.
88.3% chance of scoring, and a 95% chance of it being on net. I get that was a power play for San Jose. I didn't realize
it was,
that.
yeah.
But I do remember it was like right off a draw as well.
It was, yeah.
So I get like, okay, you got the little bit of time to set up, not really, but it was who was it? It was Getzlaff and somebody else though that were like they both put themselves in front of the shot, like they were standing side by side.
Yeah,
and you're like. You like Logan Couture just walk into the slot, no problem. You're gonna have a bad time.
Like, obviously, yeah.
I mean, I didn't think that I needed to say that, but it kind of feels like you need to say that sometimes. So, but yeah, so that's 2 of the 3 goals for San Jose being right in front of that crease there. The other one being that 3rd goal here by Couture again. 30.8% chance of scoring there. That 2nd goal. So.
Yeah. And that goes back to what we've kind of talked about the last few games is just letting the opposition sit in front of the net. Like, that's something that we've struggled with for at least the last 2 weeks. It's been noticeable, but it's been there like all season as well. And I think teams are now just figuring it out, and we got to work to do that. Like you said, there was 2 guys that were trying to block the shot. Like, we only need 1. We don't need 2. No. You need 1 guy to block the shot. You need the other guy to get them the fuck out of there. Preferably Getzlaff, because he's a big scary boy. He's got that, mad dad energy.
Exactly. I understand as well that, like, it's a power play and everything like that, right? You're trying to limit the chances against and that sort of thing. I said it to a couple of guys that I play with though. I'm like, okay, you see all this padding that I wear that I spent like thousands of dollars on is designed to take a shot. Your stuff isn't as much designed to take a shot. Use your gear for what it's for, right? To smash bodies, and like use your stick to poke and stuff like that, and let me handle actually taking the puck here. So, because then you have chances like this where it kind of deflects off somebody, gets through, goes to Couture and goes in, right? You don't need both guys there. So,
yeah,
but
I just to
that's I was gonna say that's not to say that we don't appreciate it, but there's some guys who are like Chris Russell when he was like I mean really just over his entire career though. That's great that he's like one of the greatest like block or like shot blocking defensemen ever, but like dude, go get a goalie stick then. If you wanted to be a goalie that bad.
Yeah, right. To defend myself as a defenseman and my fellow defenseman here, we block shots not because we want to be goalies, it's because it's how we show you that we love you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an act of true love. Taking a big clapper right to the nuts just for you.
You have done that.
I have, and that was for you.
And I saw that and I went, ooh.
I did too, except about 2 octaves higher.
Yeah. I just think that like there was I don't watch cricket or anything like that, but it was on like the highlights of the like kind of like the bloopers or whatever. There's one guy
plays of the month or whatever.
Yeah, plays of the month. There you go. And one guy was playing cricket and he took a pitch to the nuts, and you're just like, oh, like that's gotta hurt. But then it shows later in the same game that same guy gets hit again, and he gets hit, and you could hear from like the field mics, oh, not again. Like as he gets hit. He's like, oh man.
Just feels so bad at that point. But
yeah.
A couple more things about this game here. Let's end on the positive.
Sure.
So the other one, no shots in overtime? Are you fucking kidding me? That's unacceptable.
Fun fact, you can't win games unless you actually hit the fucking net.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, yes, okay, we were on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. Sure, that's a significant chunk of overtime. Yeah. But there's still 3 minutes to get a shot. Like, it doesn't even have to be a good shot. I just want to see an attempt at, getting something on net, because you never know if it's going to go in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to see if I can find if it shows here just like the actual attempts.
Shot
for
attempts.
overtime?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not seeing that offhand here. Because that's more what I'm curious about, right? Because there obviously was attempts, but I wanted to see how many attempts we had. Yeah, I'm not seeing that right now.
I don't think it would be many. If San Jose got 7 shots in overtime, like that's
yeah.
There's not a lot of room for us to get any shots out there. So that's something that needs to not happen again.
Yeah, not again. The offense just kind of went away where it really mattered for a moment there.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly.
You want to talk about a bright spot though? How about Ricard Raquel?
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about him. That was awesome.
Two goals. You could call it an unofficial hat trick with the shootout winner as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He better have been first star for this game.
I believe
not. I'm gonna
was.
Lose it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Raquel was the first star.
Oh,
Adam Henrique was the second, with Brent
Makes
Burns
sense.
being the third.
Yeah, 3 points for Burns. So
yeah,
sure, why not? Yeah. Yeah, no, he was awesome. I'm a little bit upset that he didn't get the first goal though with the Ducks prediction thing. I predicted him. For scoring the first goal.
Yeah.
But he got the second and the third, and technically the fourth too. So fuck you, Derek Grant.
I love that the Ducks had even tweeted out like, "Did anybody have Grant?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Even the social media people are like, "What? What? Derek Grant? What?"
Yeah. I mean, they better have scored on that. Him and Carrick 2-0. Like,
oh my god, that was kind of dirty to be honest with you.
Yeah. They made some sick passes though. Like I was like, oh my god, one of them's gonna fuck this up, and then it was in the net, and I was like, thank God.
Yeah, it was good. And yeah, both Ricard's goals were nice, and his shootout winner though, that was
filthy. Oh boy,
that was very good. I did appreciate a lot of media outlets showing off Zegras's thing. I also appreciated seeing all the salty fans of other teams being like, "Why are we showing this? He just shot the puck."
Yeah, man, I love the
it's
salt
kind of entertaining.
Zegras.
It's like it's not even just Detroit fans anymore. It's fans of other teams just being like, okay, we see it. My favorite is when I see that it's an Oilers fan. It's like, dude, we get this from Connor McDavid every fucking day. You can handle somebody else taking up the media airtime for a moment.
Yeah,
here.
right.
It's like, oh, Connor McDavid stepped on the ice. Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you want me to do with this? Like, it's like fucking handle that. There is somebody who is doing some cool shit right now. Actually, yeah, you know what? It was kind of a shot. I did see someone trying to be, he was like kind of jokingly defending it though, being like, "Oh, didn't you see that he took his hand off the stick to show that he was going glove side?" And I was like, "Okay, maybe we can roll with that. We'll roll with that." He pulled the who was it who did that? Was it an all-star game or a playoff game? I think, and they pointed to where they were. I want to say it was Peter Forsberg, but I don't remember exactly. But he was coming in, pointed to where he was going to shoot, and shot and scored. So
there's honestly no greater feeling than that. I've done that like in like street hockey shootouts and stuff like that. Because it just fucks with the goalie too. Because especially if you do it like earlier on in the game and you point to one side and then you shoot the other side, then the next time you do it, they think you're going to do it again. So you point to where you're going to shoot and you shoot, and it's just it feels so good. Yeah, I love that. I don't remember who did that in the NHL though, but that's a big dick energy move.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that back.
We got to add that to our t-shirt list for when we get a merch store. Just a big dick energy shirt.
Yeah, which by the way, could be coming soon. Some merch, some Quack Report merch. Just to let you know, some insider knowledge from the people who are actually doing it. Quack Report merch coming soon. We can say that officially. It is coming soon. So
yeah, exactly.
Excited for that. We got some cool designs coming up. Obviously, we're gonna have some stuff with our logo. And yeah, some other things that I think will just get gobbled up by people. So there's one design in particular that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple, but people are going to love it. So
yeah, it's a good one. I know which one you're talking about, but
yeah.
But yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Sharks and Ducks game. Yeah, do you want to add anything here, or?
I'm just happy we won because we didn't deserve to win this game by any means.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to pull the same thing against LA here coming up. I'm kind of jumping ahead to the games coming up here, but LA's 6-2-2 in their last 10. They're about to play Arizona as well, so it's that
7-2-2
might
in
change
their
here.
last 11.
Yeah. Yeah, just we got to come out hard for that game at least. So, and
that's a huge game.
Yeah, we can't let
especially because they're
happen.
right there.
We need to close that gap.
Yeah, well, we need to get a gap first.
Yeah,
I guess
we have a gap.
Close the points percentage.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's a good way of putting it there. So, going back to Raquel as well. I hope that he's kind of going to get on a roll here because I think he's going to be super important going into the postseason if that's where the Ducks end up. But just in the last half of the season, like the playoff race, he's going to be super, super important.
Yeah, I think it really depends. This is really good. How do I put this? You're enjoying seeing Raquel produce like this if you're Pat Verbeek.
Yeah.
Because it's either, okay, this guy could be going in hot for the playoffs, or, hey, I could get a huge return potentially here if we're looking like we're not going to make it and we sell.
Yeah.
This is a win-win for Pat Verbeek and the Anaheim Ducks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
the only way he doesn't win this is if he goes on a fucking tear throughout the rest of the season and playoffs if we get that far, and then wants like $8 million in the offseason.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think he'll be asking for that. What is he
No.
currently making right now? Can I pull up Cap Friendly in time?
Yeah. I feel like it's in the high threes. I don't think it's a lot. Like 3.5, 3.75.
Is making 3,789.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I honestly I think he deserves a raise. Like, I don't know. Like 6 seems like a lot. 6 mil. I think 4.5 would be good. 5 at most. Is that too much?
I want to see what the Athletic has him projected at.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a really telling one for right now, I think, because he is like about to be a unrestricted free agent here.
Yeah.
I'll get out of here. There we go. Just pulling this up. No, I've already signed in. Give it a second. Yeah, there we go. All right, Ducks. Come on, a little bit faster, please, computer. A little bit faster. All right, player cards. Okay, here we go. Where is Raquel? Here he is. So he was projected for 20 goals, and he's currently on pace. When did this article come out here? 2 days ago. Was on pace for 23.
Okay.
And that might have changed now with the 2 goals here that he scored last night.
Yeah.
But he's projected. Okay, you weren't too far off, actually. He's projected at about 5.4 million market value.
Okay, a little higher than I said. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not horrible.
Well, I said 6, and then I went 4.5, 5. So kind of getting up there. Yeah, I mean,
not
I wouldn't be mad about that.
Yeah,
especially depending on the term. Does it say how old Raquel is?
He is 28.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Even if you did that for 8 years, like till he's 36, like, yeah, he'll probably be overpaid in the end, but like, I think he'll still be important. It'll be tradable in the last few years as well, as long as there isn't a clause. But if it comes to it, 8 years by 5.4 million, it's not the worst deal you could sign.
See, now I get kind of cautious when it comes to the length of contracts. During my time as a GM of the Arizona Coyotes on NHL 22 here. If a guy's like 28 and up, I won't give him 8 years. I'll give him at most 6, because that takes him to 34 when guys are like starting to leave the league and that sort of thing. Because then you can just go from there of, okay, are they still producing? Okay, we'll give shorter contracts and stuff like that. you still have guys able to make the money and that sort of thing, but obviously everybody wants, the security. I understand that aspect of it too. So, but
they like Raquel would want
always,
that 5.4 for the extra 2 years because that's almost 10 million.
Well, so but that's where you
10
can,
million when you get taxed.
That's where it's okay if we think like if the Ducks think that he can continue that, then you add some of that money onto the each year instead, right?
Yeah.
So instead of 5.4 over 8 years, you do like 6 over 6 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Which would be fine as well. I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
6 years is obviously ideal, but if he won't sign unless it's 8 years, then
you can still do it and just kind of structure it that say maybe he makes a little bit less kind of as it goes forward or that sort of thing. So you can like kind of front load it with like a few teams have done. I believe like the Maple Leafs did that with like John Tavares. You got a lot of it up front, mainly in signing bonuses. So and then his base salary is pretty low, but
yeah, exactly. So that's I mean the time will come. That to come up, but it is good to know, and especially now that he is starting to pick up production, like just over like say the last 5 games, I feel like he's scored like at least 4 goals. I don't know. Does it have last 5 games or do I need to look that up?
Last 5 games. Sure, I can pull it up here.
Okay, I'll race you. Although I got a little bit of a head start, so it's not exactly fair. Last 5 games, 4 goals in his last 5. Is that what I said?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 1 against Seattle, none against Calgary and Edmonton, 1 against Vancouver, and 2 San Jose. So, yeah, he's on a bit of a streak. And he had an assist against Edmonton as well. So 5 points in his last 5 games.
You like to see that?
Yeah, goals against Detroit and Ottawa as well. So that's here if we go last 7, that's 7 points in his last 7 too. So yeah, he's really picking it up like in this part of the season, which is good. I like that a lot. Another guy that's slowly been picking it up as the season and his career goes on, Trevor Zigras. He made his NHL debut exactly 1 year ago. As of that Sharks game, so February 22nd of 2021, which is crazy that it's already been a year of him in the NHL.
That's something that feels like it's just blown by.
Yeah, exactly. I looked up when Drysdale's was as well. It's sometime in March. I don't remember the exact date, but that's when his NHL debut was. So I figured now's a good time to give a little bit of a recap of 1 year with Trevor Zigras in the NHL. 16 goals, 36 assists for 52 points in 71 games. Not bad numbers for a rookie, by any means. Averaging 16:38 time on ice. I have it broken down by season here as well, since I know you're a horn dog for the time on ice here. Which one is it? Oh, fuck. Sorry, I had a bunch of tabs open about Trevor Zigras. Here we go. So in the first season, the 2021 season, 15 minutes, 24 seconds average time on ice. This season, that's up to 17 minutes and 16 seconds.
Like to see that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah. I'd also like to throw out here that Trevor Zigras is currently tied with Detroit's Lucas Raymond for the rookie scoring points, both at 39 currently.
Yeah, love to see that as well.
Zegras is sitting 4th for rookie goals at 13, also tied with Raymond there. I think it's Tanner Jeannot for Nashville and Michael Bunting both have 17 goals.
Okay.
So, and then Zegras is 3rd for assists with 26. Again, tied with Lucas Raymond. But Moritz Seider from Detroit is leading that with 30.
Okay. Yeah, he's still in there, so that's huge.
The thing is, the thing is for like the Zegras Raymond going back and forth. Yes, they have the same amount of points for that. Zegras has done it in 4 less games.
Yeah. So that's good.
I like to see that.
Absolutely. The some other stats here on a year of Trevor Zigras: 46 penalty minutes, 157 shots, 3 game-winning goals. 41.6% in the face-off dot, and 7 for 11 in the shootout, which is high. That's very high.
Holy shit. Not bad.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of guys, like their career average, like even like like top scoring guys. Like their career average is somewhere in like the 30%, 40% if you're lucky.
Yeah, Raquel was in the 40% going into last night.
Yeah, and this dude 7 for 11. It's I don't know what that is. Above 500, I'll tell you that. Yeah, 64%.
I like it.
Not bad at all. And I wanted to look up his shooting percentage as well. 16 goals on 157 shots. Just over 10%, which is not bad as well.
That's sustainable.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, it's just average. Like and I'm not mad about the points.
That's average as a rookie.
Yeah.
Like that could go up.
Oh, it was being played as a winger, which he was probably a little bit more uncomfortable with, but but it makes sense. So yeah, very happy to see those numbers from Trevor Zigras, and excited for another year of Trevor Zigras
absolutely
in a Ducks uniform.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think now's a good time to take a break with our friends over at DraftKings, and then on the other side, we'll talk a little bit of news, some upcoming games, and what's quacking here.
Hoops fans, the latest offer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is too good to pass up. I'm talking between the legs 360 windmill good. New customers can bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. It's that simple. If Sportsbook isn't available to play in your state yet, don't worry about it. You can still take your shot at a big payday. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Basketball Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So, what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, bet just $1 on any NBA team, and get $150 in free bets if they win. It's that simple. Again, that's promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Must be 21 or older. Minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Void where prohibited. Minimum $5 deposit. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the TN Red Line 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
He said 69. And welcome back.
We're back. A little bit of news here to talk about. Former GM Bob Murray has been hired again, not as a GM though.
He's joined the enemy.
Yeah, he's joined the dark side. He's joined the Flames as a West Coast scout. Apparently, he was at the Ducks-Sharks game the other night as part of this position as well. So
yeah, that was reported on by Eric Stevens of The Athletic.
Yeah. So
I want to get that guy on here at some point, honestly.
Eric Stevens?
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Don't you hate him?
No, I don't hate Eric Stevens. I love Eric Stevens. Where'd you get
that
Eric
Franson.
Francis. You're thinking Eric Francis.
Sorry. Yeah. Eric Stevens. No, he's good shit.
Eric Stevens is the good Eric.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Stevens. I didn't mean to compare you to Francis.
I'm like, when did I say anything bad about Eric Stevens?
No, in my head, I just heard Eric and Flames. Like Eric and Flames. I'm just like, that's right, Eric Francis. Enough. And then you're like, I'm going to get him on the show. And I was like,
what?
Why? So you can like roast him?
No, I wouldn't even be able to reach out to Eric Francis. I'm blocked by him on Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
I think I've been blocked for over a year now.
Yes, Eric Stevens would be fine to get on the show. Absolutely. That's totally okay. Oh man. Yeah, but good for Bob Murray getting another shot in the NHL here with I mean, he's been a scout before as well, so we're happy for him to get another chance here. Yeah, he was a scout with or scouting consultant with the Ducks before being a pro scout with the Canucks, and then eventually ended up back with the Ducks in his upper executive kind of jobs. So
yeah.
So yeah, has the experience anyways. I mean, that's one thing that we did well under him was draft. well. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I have no issue with that aspect of his time with Anaheim, but now I'm upset because now the Flames get that, and they've always been like kind of not great at drafting, and I wish that they've
been great at drafting. The
way.
Flames just haven't done well with the first round.
Yeah, which is the big one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I shouldn't say they're bad at drafting. They're bad at drafting and then developing. See, Sam
to a point.
Yeah.
To a point, yeah.
Development's not even the right word. I don't know. The Flames just are bad, and Bob Murray makes them less bad. So that's what I'm upset about.
Yeah, the Flames really took a if you can't beat them, have them join you kind of approach. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, gone are the days, unfortunately, of the Anaheim Ducks just shit kicking the Flames every game. So
yeah,
I feel like it might be our turn, unfortunately. But hopefully not for long. Hopefully not for long.
Yeah, exactly. But for those of you that don't remember, Bob Murray left the Ducks after an investigation from the NHL and people calling the anonymous hotline about 3 months ago, and entered an alcohol abuse program, which involves rehab and a bunch of other things as well. So obviously this means he's doing better in that respect, or maybe not 100%. We don't know, exactly where he's at. And as you said, kind of off air, Nate, everyone's journey's kind of different through that. But yeah, there's also a little bit of history with Murray and the Flames, specifically their head coach, Daryl Sutter. They played together on a team at some point way back when. Was it Chicago they played with?
I believe it was Chicago, yes.
Okay.
And it's not the first time that those two have also worked together in like NHL executive kind of capacities. Remember, Sutter was also an advisor to the Anaheim coaching staff during 2019.
That's right. Yeah.
Before the Flames had fired Jeff Ward, brought him on. So
yeah, that's right. I totally forgot it.
And then Ward came to Anaheim. There's a lot of back and forth with Anaheim and Calgary, which is kind of interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's weird. If Anaheim and Calgary were like families, there would be a lot of like Lannister incesty type of shit going on in there.
Okay, that's Game of Thrones reference?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I at least understand that aspect of it.
I said Lannister, and then I was like, I should say incest too, just because everyone knows Game of Thrones. But
yeah, who else kind of had like that flip flop? J.S. Jaguar went Calgary to Anaheim. Jonas Hiller went Anaheim to Calgary. You got Sutter going Anaheim to Calgary. Murray going Anaheim to Calgary. Ward going Calgary to Anaheim. Yeah, that's a lot. Like that's just off the top of my head. So
yeah,
I'm sure
especially for a division rival, like that's it's weird. That's
Brian Burke took a bit of a detour in Toronto, but
ended up in Calgary.
Anaheim, Toronto, Calgary, I believe. Yeah. So
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's
fucking weird, man.
Just a melting pot of weirdness.
Exactly.
But yeah. Anyways, it's my point with that was, the Flames might be willing. I don't want to say taking a chance on Murray because that sounds a little bit negative, but like I guess they would be better able to understand like where he's at with his recovery, if that makes sense. Just because there's that personal connection, right?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it does make sense here. There was an interview as well. Daily Faceoff, Scott Burnside did talk with the Flames GM, Brad Treliving as well. Just said that, there was a lot of discussion within the Flames themselves, even to bring Murray on board, just with, previous accusations and like the investigation and everything like that too.
Yeah.
Treliving was quoted saying about Murray's drinking that like he came to a realization he couldn't do that anymore. And, more has come out that, the drinking led to the abusive and inappropriate behavior within the Ducks organization that a lot of people made the calls about and that sort of thing. yeah, kind of like you kind of alluded to earlier, like everyone's situation is a little bit different with like, how they're able to recover and that sort of thing. So keeping that in mind, even keeping that in mind with, people I've seen struggle with addiction or that sort of thing, 3 months feels like a very quick turnaround, actually. So that's the only reason I'm hesitant about this whole situation in general. But that's not to be a slight on Bob Murray or anyone else dealing with anything, right?
Yeah.
As we said, everybody, deals with things differently and different time frames and everything like that. That was really the only surprising thing to me. If you're and I'm kind of wondering as well if it's maybe too soon for those people who called in, right? That, within 3 months he's back working in the league and that sort of thing.
Like the victims of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of thinking about that a little bit here too, but if there's a kind of a positive flip to that in a way, like not excusing obviously what he did or anything like that. But he's not in a position of power within the Flames organization, right? He's just one of the scouts. He doesn't have like authority over anybody else as far as we know and everything like that too. So it feels like a good placement to start again.
Yeah.
Again, it was just the timing of it I was very surprised by. So, but obviously wish all the best to Murray and it's a daily battle dealing with addiction. You don't just get over an addiction, right? It's a thing that will be for the rest of his life. So all the best to him. So
yeah, absolutely. And now that he's joined the Jesus. Now that he's joined the enemy.
Yeah. I got that Finding Nemo scene stuck in, like that's what I'm picturing right now.
Yeah.
You live in what kind of thing? And welcome aboard, explorer.
Careful there, we might get copyright flagged. Yeah, but no, obviously the best to Murray for me as well. But now that he's joined the enemy, fuck Bob Murray.
Sure,
but it's still all the best. It's kind of like when you like break up with someone and like they're obviously your ex now, and like it wasn't like a nasty breakup or anything, and you're like, okay, like wish you all the best and stuff like that, but also I hope that your life is just like a little bit more miserable than mine,
Yeah. I hope it's not that great because like you gave up the best part.
yeah I hope it's good but just not great, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe you have a kid too early and it just like makes your dream unattainable or something like that, but you're still successful.
Oh shit. Okay, I feel like there's more to this, but we don't need to get onto that here.
No, I'll save that for my therapist.
Are you all right?
We'll get to some upcoming games here.
All right, yeah, let's do that because I mean probably these are gonna send me to therapy again anyway, but
yeah.
It's a different kind.
Yeah. The first one, LA, or against LA. I didn't put the dates in here. I know when they are, but I was just like, something's missing. First game, Friday against LA. That game's at 7 p.m. Pacific at Honda Center. We talked about that one a little bit. Kings are rolling. We want to get a jump on them, close that gap, as you said.
Yeah.
That's about all I have to say to that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. Against the New York Islanders, that game's Sunday at 5:30 Pacific, also at Honda Center.
This Islanders team just recently lost to the Montreal Canadiens.
That's right. Yeah, that was
the
when
Montreal
we were recording
Canadiens,
on Sunday.
Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens, who are currently 11-33-7, 29 points on the season. The same Montreal Canadiens that have a points percentage of .284. The same Montreal Canadiens who have won 3 games in a row, which is very surprising, especially that one that they had over Toronto. There was a 5-2 win, but are currently 3-7-0 in their last 10. If we don't beat the Islanders, sell. Honestly, sell.
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
even like being too over dramatic with that. If you can't do that, you're not gonna do shit in the playoffs. Just sell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Islanders do play a very playoff style of game. It's very defensive. It's hard hitting. And yeah, it's maybe not great for the regular season, as you can see by where they are in the standings and their record. But honestly, that's not a bad take. Like, I don't think it's over dramatic either. Like, if we can't play against a team that plays like a playoff team, then what are we doing?
Yeah. Like, take a look at the next week. So, like, the Sunday to Sunday we'll go from. You have the Islanders, you have Boston, you have Vegas, you have San Jose. By the end of that, you're going to know where you are here.
Yeah.
And if you don't start hot against, like, with the Islanders, you're going to have a hard time coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually really interested for this Islanders game because everybody knows them as a strong defensive team. So it'll really test our offense, I think, that game, and be like, what can our offense do against like strong defense? Not that other teams don't have strong defense, but like the Islanders are one of the best. So I think it's a really good test for our offense.
Maybe not this season. They are -12 on the goal differential, but
well, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Islanders this season, honestly, but
I think that road trip kind of
weird.
Dug them in to start. Just with
that's right. Yeah,
the new building still being finished up and stuff like that. They were on like 50. It was like 15 straight games on the road. That's gonna mess with any team.
That's right. Yeah, kind of dug them a hole to start. Yeah.
And I mean, like, we're gonna have to see that next year with Arizona, actually, because they won't have all the stuff done at ASU if that it's approved, but it still has to be approved by the league, I think, or something. There's still something in the way there.
Yeah, exactly. I think this will also be a good test for our defense as well, because there's not a ton of firepower on the Islanders. Like, they obviously still have guys that can score and stuff, but it's not like this will be the biggest test for the defense. But that being said, we let in 3-4 goals against the Islanders. Something's up. Yeah. Like, big time. So
yeah, exactly. They don't.
I think it'll make it obvious whether it's a goaltending or a defense issue or a both kind of issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a really interesting game to watch.
Absolutely.
Okay. We got a couple things for what's quacking here. Trade idea from our buddy Marcus, who usually tunes into these live episodes, so we'll still include him here. And then an alternate cut of Vader's reveal, which I don't know much about, but I'm excited for. But before we get to that, we're going to take a quick break here, and then on the other side, wrap up with some what's quacking.
What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy from the Hockey Podcast Network's newest show, the Windy City Benders Podcast. My co-host Tanner and I bring our unique takes on Blackhawks hockey.
Us on this show have been a pro Carlton guy. He's the right coach for the situation.
Giving it to our rivals.
That's one of the things that kind of sucks. I wish we would have had the Blues in our division this year because our trash.
As well as bringing in some guests from the NHL.
Please welcome to the show goaltender Scott Darling,
the Eagle himself, Ed Belfour,
Brian Bickle,
David Boland,
Letterkenny.
The show started out with basically a beer league hockey team.
And anybody who loves the game. Find us on all your favorite podcast apps, the Hockey Podcast Network website, and on social media at WCB Podcasts.
I was not prepared for that.
That one cuts really early.
All right. What's quacking here?
What's quacking, Carter? No, seriously. What the fuck? Step the fuck up, Carter. As we said before here, we got a trade proposal here from our buddy Marcus, who's primarily a Vegas fan, actually. So we do appreciate that. We got, listeners from other teams. That's kind of cool, actually.
Fuck Vegas, but we appreciate the diversity.
You got a lot of people that are just like, fuck you today too. It's kind of entertaining, actually. You're not normally aggressive like this. All right, so he has the proposition here of a deal between Anaheim and the Golden Knights. So to Anaheim, he proposes Evgeny Dadonov, a 2024 second round pick, and a 2023 third round pick in exchange for Sam Steele.
Fucking sign me up for that.
So
Are you
Okay,
kidding?
so he does give his kind of idea or like his rationale behind it here, and then we can discuss.
Yeah.
So he said, obviously Vegas needs to move some cap now with Jack Eichel being back and Dadonov. I've heard both.
I'm not 100% sure on it.
Is the best player to start with, and also Anaheim isn't a cup contender. Sorry, guys. What the fuck, Marcus? I thought we were friends.
Have some faith. Just believe.
So they could do with picking up some picks and still building up the future roster. Sam Steele is a cheaper, younger player who hasn't really lived up to that first round pick potential. He's like, but I don't know why. I just love how he plays and really want him to be a Golden Knight.
Yeah, honestly, I think the best thing for Sam Steele, and I've kind of thought this for as long as we've been doing this podcast, I think he just needs a change of scenery. He's just been part of this organization for too long, and I think he has a higher potential than what he's able to do with the Ducks. So I would be fine. That's why I'd be fine with moving on from him. I think he's a great player. He's solidified a spot in the bottom six with us this year, and it's been great. But I think for his career, the best would be moving on. I'm also a huge fan of Evgeny Dadonov. He's currently making $5 million a year. He does have a modified no trade, submits a 10-team no trade list. But yeah, $5 million this year, $5 million next year as well, which isn't bad. Like he's about just under a point per game pace kind of guy. I feel. His cap friendly has stats, don't they? Yeah.
I think so.
In his NHL career, 243 points in 384 games. Like that's nothing to be upset about at all. So
yeah,
he
definitely
likes to
not.
shoot, so
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Taking a look, Dadonov is 32, so that contract would take him till he's 34 or 33. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 10-team no trade list. I think you said that already, or though.
Yeah.
I think it's a good start. The picks coming back definitely kind of improve it, but
yeah, the picks might be a little bit low, honestly, but
I think you take out that third and you got to give a prospect, I think. Because you're taking a guy that you're gonna get a year and a few games out of at most.
Yeah, so, like not a high end prospect, like a B level prospect. I don't really know a ton about
somebody that could fill out that bottom six again.
Yeah.
So,
and if not, maybe a second round pick, like somebody like just a little bit more. Like, and honestly, like the fourth round pick doesn't really matter to me. Like if it was Dadonov a second and Sam Steele, sure, like that's fine.
Yeah,
because it's for the benefit of the Golden Knights to get rid of him to move cap around. So,
going into the trade deadline, the Golden Knights have just over $5 million worth of space.
Ooh.
So, but they also currently have
Mark Stone on LTIR.
Yeah, Mark Stone, Alec Martinez,
him too,
Jake Bischoff, and just on injured reserve is Zach Whitecloud for their back end there too. So
yeah, they got a lot of guys.
Yeah, but really just on the forwards, they're only missing Mark Stone right now. So their forward core is pretty well healthy. So
yeah, no, for sure. I'm just trying to take a look here at some prospects maybe that could be interesting. Gage Quinney, he's a decent prospect, like low level prospect as well.
Yeah,
but I think you could get some time on the Ducks. Jake Lish, I can never say his last name. Jake Lishushin, whatever.
Sorry, where are you looking here?
This is on Cap Friendly for the Golden Knights.
Oh, non-roster. Here we go.
Yeah,
Lecision.
That's how it is. Thank you. Yeah, I knew it was like something that's like not too hard, but I always fuck it up. Like either one of those guys, I'd be okay with. Yeah, those are probably the bigger like lower level prospects that I recognize. So
yeah, I think you can work with that. Okay, I want you to close Cap Friendly for a second. I'm going to give you a quick trivia question.
Okay,
and I'm just making sure I got the answer correct here. Okay, on the current Vegas Golden Knights roster, how many were part of the original expansion 5 years ago.
Ooh, interesting. There is Mark Stone.
I'll stop you right there because he was acquired in trade.
Was he?
Yep.
Shit. Okay. Okay, so are you saying like the original guys that were like expanded, or like say opening night roster?
The original expansion draft.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
Mark Stone was on that original, like the opening night roster, was he not?
No, he wasn't.
No?
He was brought in around trade deadline.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I think in year 2. Year
shit.
2 or 3. So
Wild. Okay.
Yep.
How many got? Okay. I know it's not a ton, so I'm gonna go with. I'm just guessing here because I honestly have no idea. I'm gonna go with like 3.
Ooh, you're close. It's 4.
It's 4. Okay.
4 players are originally from the expansion Golden Knights: William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, William Carrier, and Braden McNabb.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, and I guess Theodore doesn't count because he was
technically a trade.
Technically a trade, yeah.
Yep.
Huh, interesting. Oh, it does have expansion on here too. I was like, do you just know that? But no, it does say.
I'm just filled with knowledge.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm cursed with knowledge.
Cursed with knowledge. Sure.
Oh.
Hey, he
All
was
right.
traded from Ottawa in 2019. Wild.
Yep.
Mark Stone. Huh. I always thought he was there the whole time.
No, Ottawa wanted to keep him, and then, like he always is, Eugene Melnyk, who just got cheap.
Yeah.
So,
but anyways, back to Marcus's trade here.
it's a good start. There's some work to it. Still.
It's very close. I would the players are not an issue. That's something I would enjoy seeing. But yeah, okay. We got one more thing here: the alternate cut of Vader's reveal from episode 5 here.
Yeah, I forget who this was originally done by. This clip is kind of like a recreation of it because the original one wasn't like you weren't able to download it off of TikTok, unfortunately. But yeah, I think you kind of summed it best. This has got like Robot Chicken vibes to it.
From the few seconds I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, I've only shown you like the first 10 seconds, I think. But yeah, so I just call this the alternate cut of Vader's reveal from episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Where is R2?
What? How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Bro, I fucking love that droid. Something better not have happened to it.
Well,
Wait, is he still on Mustafar? Hang on, R2. How do you work these stupid legs?
Lord Vader, you must...
Hold on. Why can't I feel my penis? What happened to my penis? What did you do to my penis?
It seems in your anger, you lost the penis?
That doesn't make any sense. That wasn't even one of the limbs that got cut off. How am I supposed to make love to my wife?
Yeah, about that.
What?
Oh no. I realized that's from episode 3, not from 5. Just when you said Vader's reveal, I thought you meant like I am your father scene, but that's
no,
that's good.
Like the reveal of Darth Vader in the suit. Yeah. In my head, that is canon because there is still like you kind of see it in comics and that sort of thing, that there's still that internal struggle. Like he's not just Vader right away, right? Like Vader comes still like years after Revenge of the Sith. And there's still like Anakin kind of fighting inside him or that sort of thing. And I 100% believe that Anakin would be like, yo, where's R2? Where's R2? Where is my droid? So like, you got to imagine like, okay, yes, in the Star Wars universe, there's a ton of astromechs and protocol droids and that sort of thing. But like, you got to know that at some point during the original trilogy, Darth Vader saw R2 and C-3PO and was like, who the fuck took my droids?
Yeah, right.
Like 100%. He's like, okay, no, those two are together. Those are my droids. So
yeah.
I think there's an old Legends comic that was set like during the events of episode 5. and it's Darth Vader seeing, because remember, C-3PO gets shot by an off-screen Boba Fett, and he's kind of like all falling apart, and that's where you get Chewbacca carrying him on his back, like a backpack kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's a comic that kind of shows that Darth Vader saw C-3PO kind of in pieces before he was given back to Chewbacca in the prison cell. And he's kind of remembering like being younger Anakin and building this droid and everything like that. So it's kind of touching, but yeah, you got to think in like the originals, like, you know, hey, there's some guy, he learns later, like Luke's name, right? Like Skywalker. He's like, he's got R2 and everything like that. There was another thing that I saw that was like another kind of voiceover joke thing, but it's putting subtitles on R2D2.
Oh yeah.
And it's during like that trench run from the original Star Wars movie, and R2 looking back and me like, Anakin, what the fuck, man? And he's like just like bitching to Luke of like you fly worse than your dad and stuff like that, or you're more bitchy than your dad or something like that. But
nice.
Stuff like that's entertaining to me. I love that kind of stuff.
That's good.
So
I like to imagine R2 is just so sassy.
Oh, he's got to be. R2D2 is the most vulgar character in film. Every word he says is censored.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But yeah, I that clip though, and if you're watching this on YouTube, right, you saw the clip there too. The eyes and the mouth on top of it.
Oh yeah,
it just works out so well.
It just adds another layer to it.
Yeah, exactly. The Emperor. How the fuck am I supposed to know that? Somebody had a kind of a fan theory as well from in episode 5 when Luke's trying to check out Dagobah a little bit, and he tells R2 stay with the ship, right? And R2 kind of starts to freak out. Someone kind of pieced together the last time a Skywalker told R2 to wait by the ship was Anakin going to slaughter the Separatist Council on Mustafar. That was the last time he saw Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
So like R2's got some PTSD there.
A little bit.
I was just like, oh, that's kind of sad actually.
Yeah, that is.
You could dive so like whether it's fan theories or whatnot, like there is so much to Star Wars actually, like so much philosophy and whatnot in it. It is very entertaining actually. Like you can do a massive deep dive into those movies, and, like the themes and everything like that. So
yeah, I know we have quite a few Star Wars fans listening as well. Back from I think probably from when we did our like Mandalorian talk as well. We got
which we'll have to do. We'll have to do Boba Fett when you're done.
Yeah, I still haven't started. It's done now, isn't it? Yeah. I am working through Hawkeye. I'm about halfway through.
Oh, okay. And, how are you enjoying that so far?
It's interesting. There's like I kind of know where it's going just from spoilers I've run into online, which was my own fault. But but at the same time, I'm like, okay, how are they gonna like get there? And I'm watching with my girlfriend as well, and she doesn't know any of the spoilers that I do, so she's like, where is it going? But we're obviously still interested because kind of all the other shows have been like that. Like, okay, what are they doing here? And then and then about halfway through, it's like, oh, okay, now we're going. Here we go. Yeah. So overall, I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy it.
Hawkeye pleasantly surprised me. So
yeah,
in the best way possible. So
yeah. But yeah, we're I think we can wrap up here. Where can they send your where can our listeners send their Star Wars fan theories and things like that too?
Oh yeah, please shoot those my way. You can shoot those my way on Twitter at Tatenhomas, TATENHOMAS.
Yeah, and you can follow the podcast at Quack Report Pod on everything, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, where we live stream all of our episodes, Twitch as well, and myself at Carter_Pods, POTTS_97. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you on Monday.